I went to a Latino meetup event here in Brisbane, the first one, which was very cool.
Well, a Latino crypto event.
Latino crypto event, yes. Good clarification. And in particular, it was pretty much just it was explaining, okay, like, I don't think a single thing other than BTC was mentioned, which I thought was very good on their parts. Like, that's the one to start with, and I don't think it's even really worth for a beginner knowing about anything else yet.
Begin with SafeMoon.
And what was really cool about that was seeing it through the lens of a completely different eyes. For one thing, it was all in Spanish. Yep. So thankfully my Spanish is good that I can understand 95% of what they're saying. And they're not even using words like cadena de bloques, which means chain of blocks. They just say blockchain. So
cool.
there's lots of lingo which, if you try to say, like, what is a fractionalized asset or something in Spanish, I would probably struggle to know how to. I don't know how to say that.
Yep.
Fraccionalizado or something.
Fraccionizado.
Or una fracción de, and I don't know how to say asset. Una cosa. So that was good, but it was really what they emphasized, which was. There was a lot of Venezuelans in the audience. There was a lot of Colombians. There was a lot of I know those two. There was definitely
others, maybe
chunks of those, and then I imagine there'd be like an Argentinian here and there. There was probably about mid-20s all up.
Okay.
And what they emphasized, which made complete sense, was
inflation.
Inflation. Here is how these things can, and also I suppose like the uncorruptibility of them in certain respects. So. Yes, there's scams, but if you're using the protocols, this is why you can be more assured of a promise from the DAI stablecoin than you can be of your local politician. Now, as we've seen with like Luna and Terra, bad things can happen.
Exactly,
even if stuff's written in code, bad things can happen. So you need to still watch yourself. But the questions that the people were asking were very different than I feel. There was the sort of things like, look, I'm a chef and I also do Uber, and I don't have huge amounts of disposable income. So this isn't like I can kind of gamble on this thing. It was more real in a sense. It was more okay. What can you say to prove to me that this isn't just a random stonk that I'm adding to my stonk list, because probably a bunch of them don't have huge amount of assets already in these locations. So it was really refreshing, actually, just seeing the explanations through a different set of eyes and being like, oh, okay, where the emphasis is different, almost reaffirming again why I initially got into this, which was not related anything to price, was not related anything to even particularly the technologies itself. It was more, okay, this is how it can help Africa. This is how it can help Argentina. And there's that was really cool. So, but once again, their emphasis for the newbie was completely different. And so this is where it's like, you really need to know your audience when you're trying to explain these types of things.